It's the best place in the world to live metal, drink metal, eat metal, hear metal. It's a bad place.
Heavy metal music that rivals a jackhammer. A festival space as big as 336 soccer fields. 80,000 visitors from all over the world. Of course, there are other hard rock and metal festivals of similar size, but Wacken has cult status. But at the beginning, there was nothing but fields. Let us take you on a trip through the past of the world's most legendary heavy metal festival. How did Wacken become the heavy metal place to be? They say the best ideas are born in a bar. And that was the case for Wacken too.
We've been metal fans, we love that kind of music and went to concerts, organized coach trips, and I was working behind the bar of the local pub, Landgasthof in town. And yeah, that's where, when we said, oh, let's take this idea a little bit further, let's bring the music to our hometown and organize a festival.
And that's what they did. In 1990, Thomas Jensen, Holger Hübner and other friends organised the first Wacken Open Air Festival in their hometown. The location was a nearby sandpit. The makeshift stage was cobbled together from a beer tent and a truck. The entrance fee was 12 marks, about €6 today. 6 bands played over 2 days. Thomas Jensen was in one of them. Even if it doesn't look like it here, 800 people turned up on that August weekend. And that success led to more interest. The locals wanted an annual festival from then on. 2 years later, the British heavy metal band Saxon agreed to play. This was a big coup for the festival.
We played it first in '92. About 1,000 people in here.
3,500 to be precise, 4 times more than in the first edition.
It's grown from word of mouth. So it's a great festival because it's one of the big success stories of German music.
But before the real success kicked in, there were a lot of anxious times. The event was a financial disaster for the organisers at first. In 1996, ticket sales were bad. The festival was almost cancelled. But then the German band Böse Onkels agreed to play. Not your typical saviours, mind you. They were controversial because they'd been connected with the far right in the early 1980s. Their first album had been described as harmful to youth because of texts with a neo-Nazi bent. The band distanced itself from the far-right scene in the early 90s, but the image lingered. Nonetheless, they conquered the German charts. The Böse Onkels helped to sell 8,000 tickets in 1996. And from then on, Wacken Open Air was established. The lineup was increasingly impressive. Visitor numbers grew from year to year.
The very first time I was here was in 1993, then in 98. The first time there were very few people. That was here, where the backstage area is now. And then, in 98, I was totally flabbergasted. I think there were about 20 to 30,000 people. I came back every 2 or 4 years, and suddenly there were about 80,000. Unbelievable. I love Wacken. For me, it's the most beautiful metal festival in the world.
The development exceeded even the wildest dreams of the organisers. There are a few special factors that have contributed to Wacken's success. Thanks to a lot of personal commitment, the small open-air festival turned into a huge international event in just a few years.
We started off very naively, and no one could have known what would happen. It's just gotten better. I mean, the music is what drives it all forward, but also the fans. It's crazy, they come from all over the world. But it was the music that started it all off.
And people expect a lot from the lineup. Almost all of the world's top metal bands have performed here. But it's not only about big names. After all, Iron Maiden, Motorhead, Deep Purple, Alice Cooper and Slipknot also headline other festivals.
You're getting a headline set from Judas Priest, a headline set from Danzig, a headline set from Converge, a headline set from Hatebreed. So that's kind of the difference when I don't want to name any other festivals, but like we just did a festival where we played like 25 minutes and the fans were like, oh, what the Not at Wacken.
It's not only about the length of the performance, but also the mix of music.
I find it very strange that this genre of music will book status quo. And at some point this afternoon, I'm going to be going, la 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 la. And before us, there's and after us, and I don't know why we're here, but I'm very grateful to be here.
Over the years, Wacken has acquired a special status, even among world stars. Many bands dream of playing here.
Oh, this is like Holy Land, because that's what I say. It's like since I was young, it's like senior high school. I just watching from the YouTube, and then from the DVD as well. It's like, oh, how can I play on it? It's like how many people like, that's why this is really special. Wacken Festival is like more free. Like they have new band, they have big band, they have newcomer, they have battle band.
This wasn't even a dream of a lifetime. This was a dream of many lifetimes. Like a lot of people in Trinidad live and dream about getting here and die, and it never happens. Yes. A really first band from the Caribbean, from Trinidad and Tobago, to ever be in Wacken.
Fans from over 80 countries are drawn to the international lineup.
Niue is a small island in the middle of the Pacific.
We are from Singapore.
I'm from Honduras.
We're from different parts of Brazil, and then we all met here to enjoy Wacken!
We're from New Zealand and we're at Wacken because of heavy metal.
Wacken is more than just a festival. It's a very special place for a whole community.
This is our honeymoon. Second honeymoon.
Third honeymoon.
So dream, you do work for it, so you can be here.
And the Wacken community continues to grow, particularly because everybody is welcome.
It's like a big heavy metal family, a wide expanse of black outfits. People of all ages. It's changed a bit. Now even families with children come. It's kind of become more family friendly. Back in the day, the first Wackens were really hardcore, only dudes.
He wanted to come to watch Sepultura, so had to do it for him.
The metalheads here are reputed for being tolerant and peaceful. It's supposed to be one of the safest such festivals for women.
What I really like here are the people. The people, the fans, they're so friendly, so peaceful and respectful.
Apart from safety, a decisive factor for a successful festival is a well-functioning infrastructure. Over the years, what began as a makeshift event in 1990 has become a well-oiled machine.
We always thought that we wouldn't manage financially. We never imagined what technical possibilities we would have one day, that we would now be sitting in a delay tower.
Investment is constant to meet the fans' demands. There is now a drainage system under the fields so that the ground won't get completely soaked by rain, as used to happen in the past. And this beer pipeline was introduced in 2017 to meet the thirst of the many fans.
This innovative dispenser has created added value for the consumers. They now get good quality beer much faster.
To top it all off, there's the unique Wacken charm. The promised land lies in the middle of nowhere. The tranquil village of Wacken in the state of Schleswig-Holstein in northern Germany has a mere 2,000 inhabitants. When the festival is not on, there are more cows than people.
I think that when they hear nice music, they yield more milk. You can ask our trainee. He says they produced 100 liters more.
The festival was held on Uwe Truder's land from the start. When he died in 2021, there was a great sense of loss in the metal community. Wacken wouldn't be possible without locals like him. But the village wouldn't be the same without the festival either.
When people say, "Where are you from?" everyone knows Wacken. If you say Itzehoe, people ask where that is. But Wacken, whether in Bavaria or Spain, wherever you go, people know.
The attraction is that there's finally something happening here.
I think it's good. I want to go again.
Visitors are really friendly, nice, they're patient, they wait. We really can't complain.
Locals are happy to lend a hand if need be.
The wheel rim fell off just before we got to Wacken. The trailer was sitting on the wheel suspension. Then all of a sudden a farmer turned up, looked at us and said, "I've got what you need."
The locals and the metalheads have always been very close. And since 2000, it's the Wacken firefighters who have opened the festival. They've since garnered cult status in the metal community.
Wacken only works here. That's why it's called Wacken. The village, it's all a part of it. You can only do Wacken in Wacken.
Wacken is a place of longing for fans and bands. In over 3 decades, a mere notion has become a mega event. Wacken Open Air is now a global brand. Other festivals may have famous headliners, good logistics and a good site, but Wacken's special charm is unique. A small rural community has spawned a huge metal family. Do you get the hype around Wacken Open Air? Or do you have another favourite festival? Let us know in the comments.